our program needs to be able to check if a number evenly divides into another number. So we can have a little bit of a play. For example, if I have 12 lollies and 7 students, we know that 12 divided by 7 doesn't go evenly. In fact, the division is 1.71, etc. In this case, each student would get 1 lolly and I'd have 5 left over for me. If, however, I had 12 lollies and we had 6 students, suddenly we have some very happy students because they each get 2 lollies with nothing left over. So we know if we have no lollies left, then the number that we divided by is a factor of the bigger number. So let's have a quick look at this code. You're already familiar with doing straight division, but what's new might be using double divide to just get the integer part and using modulo or the percent sign to find out the remainder. Please copy the code you see on your screen and have a little bit of a play so that you understand how it works. Now edit your code so that it matches mine. Replace the while loop with a for loop that's going to iterate 12 times. We can assume we've got 12 lollies, and we can then have, well, this. In fact, I've got 1 is a factor of 12, 2 is a factor, 3 and 4 are factors, and as you can see, we're then checking for 5 and 6. We then check 6 is a factor, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we get to 12. So this is one way of iterating through to see what our factors of 12 are. Of course, it's not very efficient because if we know that 1 is a factor, and 2 is a factor, and 3 is a factor, we also know that 12, 6, and 4 are factors. What I'd love for you to do is to use these ideas to try and create your factorizing function. There is one more thing that you need to know though. We need to be able to store our factors in one place. So let me introduce you to lists. To begin, we're going to import the random library, and I'm going to set up an empty list called all numbers. I'm then going to iterate through, and I'm going to use random.randint between 1 and 10 to generate a mystery number between 1 and 10. Then I can take that mystery number and put it into my list by going all numbers, which is the list name, dot append, and then the number I want to go in, which is mystery number. Outside of my list, I can then say print the list. And when I run my program, we can see we've got a list which has got mystery numbers inside it. And if I run it again, of course, the numbers change. Now you'll notice those numbers aren't in order. But when we show our users the answer to their factor question, we very much want it to be in order. Happily, that's an easy fix. We simply say list.sort with the 2 brackets. And now when I run the program, it correctly sorts the numbers for me. But what if we don't want to have any duplicate numbers in the list? Well, we can have an if statement which says if the number that we're adding is not in the list, then we can add it. Now when we run the program, we don't have any duplicates, and of course this sometimes means that our list has fewer than 5 numbers. So hopefully with what you've learned in our list play and modulo play components, you can use that material to create a working factors function.